Hello and welcome to another Cheeky Scientist whiteboard training. I'm Isaiah Henkel with Cheeky Scientist, and today we're talking about 7 advanced LinkedIn strategies for PhDs. I do want to mention that tomorrow we have a free webinar specifically on creating a LinkedIn profile and executing LinkedIn strategies to get hired. Again, this is specifically for PhDs, so tomorrow, if you want to join us on the same page, our fan page on Facebook, you can sign up for free to this webinar happening tomorrow on LinkedIn profiles and LinkedIn networking. Okay, so what are these 7 advanced strategies? We're going to go through these 7 items very quickly here. I'm going to give you a brief introduction. We'll talk about how you can start leveraging them to build up industry credibility and to start getting referrals for jobs. But first I want to talk to you about why. Why is this important? Knowing how to leverage LinkedIn is not a nice to have anymore. For PhDs, if you want to get hired into an industry job, it's a must-have, and here's why. 96% of employers right now are using online tools to hire PhDs. 87% are specifically using LinkedIn, okay? So if you want to get hired, most employers are on LinkedIn. Now, one question we get a lot is, well, what about other platforms that help people get hired? What about ResearchGate? Look, LinkedIn has 87% of employers using it to hire people. Not only that, there are 400, 500 million now people on LinkedIn, probably more. On ResearchGate, it's a fraction of that. Plus, ResearchGate focuses a lot on academic jobs, okay? You need to spend time on LinkedIn. ResearchGate is not a safe haven now for PhDs getting hired into industry. You want to expand yourself. You want to actually create a LinkedIn profile if you don't have one, because again, most employers are on LinkedIn. And a lot of studies and surveys show that when recruiters and hiring managers want to find top-level candidates, especially well-educated top-level candidates, they're going to LinkedIn above and beyond anywhere else. So put your efforts into LinkedIn and they will pay off. Most employers are looking for candidates on LinkedIn. Now, when it comes to LinkedIn, how do you build a profile and increase your visibility? How do you get recruiters and hiring managers to actually contact you instead of just being on LinkedIn and hearing crickets, not getting a response? You have to follow the right sequence. First, you have to get your profile done, and you have to get it done correctly. We're going to go through that with some of these advanced strategies. You want to get a professional picture done, the right headline, you want to use the right keywords. Effectively, you want to make sure that you're hitting LinkedIn's algorithm. What that means is that what you're doing, your LinkedIn profile, it's aligned with LinkedIn's algorithm. And you've probably noticed in the last year, LinkedIn's interface has changed quite a bit, and their algorithm has changed. So you need to leverage certain tools, you need to do certain things. There are certain hacks that will help you increase your visibility. So we're going to talk about those because they're all related, right? You need to get your profile done correctly, make sure it's aligned with LinkedIn's algorithm. What this is going to do is it's going to increase your visibility on LinkedIn, so recruiters and hiring managers find you and start contacting you. And then what you can do to further increase your visibility is start to engage, increase your activity, start networking, start asking for introductions, start pinging other people, which just means reaching out in a variety of ways. You can like their articles, you can reach out to them through email, you can connect with them. Again, you can ask for introductions. But this activity is crucial. More than anything else, LinkedIn's algorithm responds to activity. So the more you're on LinkedIn, the more you're engaging with posts you see in your newsfeed, the more LinkedIn is going to increase your visibility and show you to more employers. That is crucial. Profile, make sure it's aligned with LinkedIn's algorithm. It'll increase your visibility, and then start engaging, and this cycle will continue. Okay, so these 7 advanced strategies, what are they? First of all, you need to have a professional LinkedIn image. We've done a lot of internal studies and surveys in our association that have found that just having the right LinkedIn profile will take you from not getting any responses to getting 9 out of 10 responses. So if right now you've been reaching out to people on LinkedIn and not hearing anything back, check your profile picture. Get a professional profile picture. Dress the same way you would for an interview, and have a friend take a picture of you in front of a blank wall. Make sure the lighting is good on your face, and again, make sure you're dressed for an interview. Crucial. Just that little thing alone can go a long way in helping you build industry credibility. Because remember, you don't want to be seen as an academic anymore if you're looking for an industry job. That means if you have a picture of you in front of a computer, or in front of a microscope, or in a white lab coat, or with a pipette, any of these things, teaching in the classroom, get rid of it. You need a professional profile picture that displays industry credibility. Number 2, a 3-answer headline. You need to answer 3 questions in your headline. Number 1, who are you? Okay, who are you professionally? That's the first question. This could be you are, an analytical chemist, you are a research scientist, an immunology specialist, a psychologist, whatever it is. Answer that question, and then answer the second question, which is, who do you want to be professionally? One of the biggest mistakes we see PhDs make is not include the job title that they want, the job titles they're interested in their headline. So for example, if you want to be a project manager and you're looking for recruiters and hiring managers to find your profile, what's one of the key phrases you need in your headline? Project manager or project management. Because I guarantee you the very first phrase, the very first keyword that hiring managers and recruiters are typing into LinkedIn when they're searching for somebody for a project manager position is project manager or project management. So you can do this in a variety of ways. You can put seeking project manager position, you can put skills relevant to project management, or because you're a PhD, you have project management experience, you could just put project management. You have to find a way to work this into your headline because LinkedIn weights your headline above and beyond everything else in your profile, which means it gives it extra keyword strength. So the words in your headline really matter. And then number 3, you want to add who you are personally. Remember, most hiring managers and recruiters don't have PhDs, and they're looking for a way to at least see some possibility for building rapport with you. They want to make a connection. They're human as well, right? They're not going to be able to do it on the technical side, but they can do it on the human side. And they want to see you're well-rounded. So you can put the fact that you volunteer at XYZ organization. You can put the fact that you're into arts and crafts, that you like to hike, okay? If you like to walk to the lab in the morning or walk to the university, you like to hike, okay? You can find something that's personal. You want to add that to your headline. 3-sentence summary. Your professional summary now on LinkedIn, it only shows the first sentence. They have to click see more to see all 3 sentences. If you watched any of our materials or videos in the past, we break down each part of these sentences. But the key is they need to be your biggest professional highlights. And they need to showcase your transferable skills, not just your technical skills, as well as your quantified results. We don't have time to go into that here, but if you're interested in it, join us tomorrow on tomorrow's LinkedIn webinar, which we will be doing live. Job posting keywords. Once your LinkedIn profile is, at least you have initial draft of it, you want to go to a bunch of job postings of the jobs you're interested in and look for keywords that are used commonly in those job postings. Then take those exact keywords and put them on your LinkedIn profile. The exact ones. Don't use a thesaurus and try to come up with new ones. It's not plagiarism. They want to see the exact keywords from the job postings in your profile because those are the keywords they're going to be searching for. Think about it. The hiring managers, recruiters, they come up with the job postings. They're using those words on the job postings. Those are their words. They're going to use the same words when searching for candidates on LinkedIn. And make sure that you put in the locations you're willing to work. A lot of employers will search by location. So put in the fact you're looking for a job in London or the greater UK area or Boston or Sydney or wherever you're looking. Put in the location. Strategic endorsements. So LinkedIn's changed this a little bit recently. Only your top 3 endorsements show up without somebody having to click see more. Your top 3 endorsements. So what you want to do, especially if you're a STEM PhD, you probably have very technical skills under your endorsement section. You want to add some transferable skills to that section. Start adding some transferable skills and make sure you have at least one transferable skill in your top 3. And ideally, you want to sandwich that one transferable skill that doesn't have a lot of endorsements probably between 2 technical skills that do have a lot of endorsements. Because LinkedIn's algorithm will start showing your top 3 your top 3 skills to more people to get endorsed. And of course, you want to make sure you actually have these skills. Introductions. Okay, so once your profile is in shape, at least it's there's always room for improvement, but once it's good, you want to start engaging with other people. Start asking for introductions. There's somebody in your network right now who can help you get a job, right? There's other people out there you haven't met yet. So ask somebody who you know for an introduction to somebody you don't know. LinkedIn loves this. LinkedIn has a feature for asking for introductions. The more that you ask for introductions, the more that you engage with other people, the more LinkedIn is going to show your profile to other employers. And finally, that's the same with number 7 here, pinging, right? So pinging just means engaging in some way with other people on LinkedIn. You can write an article. You can comment on other people's LinkedIn articles. You can share things. You can post things to your newsfeed, to your profile, adding things to your LinkedIn profile. Any sort of activity. I heard somebody say this once, splashing around on LinkedIn. LinkedIn loves that. They just want to see you using the platform. And the more you use it, the more your visibility is going to increase. Okay, so this takes us to the end of this whiteboard training, but if you're interested in learning more, join us for tomorrow's free webinar, live webinar on LinkedIn. There's 2 different show times for it. Join us live. I'd like to see you on there. I'll answer your questions. And until next week, remember your value as a PhD and start thinking and acting like a successful industry professional.